can I rant? You know I'm about to rant about. I know you want Ace Pop talked
Yeah,
about
go
it.
ahead.
I got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Listen,
Get your bars off. Get your bars off. The floor is
listen,
yours.
listen, man. Listen. Um, 23-19. That ain't it. Nah, I respect the Sun Belt. I respect the teams that are in the Sun Belt. You know, you got App State, you got Coastal Carolina, ODU, those guys. I ain't tripping on that. But and I get it. We got a freshman quarterback. You know, he looked very timid. But hey, man, listen, y'all need to start coming into the year. I remember I told y'all. Remember I told y'all you and Ace on a previous show about what I heard about that O line. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. I told y'all ain't nothing changed. Now the defense, I feel like this defense is probably one of the best defense that Shane's probably got. I think if it stays efficient, it can be good. Play calling still the same. Still the same. Like, listen, someone made a good point. That was like, if this is the way we're gonna play against ODU, even though we won by 4, it's gonna be a long fall. It is gonna be a long
Mm-hmm.
fall. And I think play calling has to be better. Play calling has to be better, and we just 5+ years, yo. We got to get the offensive line. We got to protect the quarterback. We got to protect the quarterback better, bro. Like we our line just got to be better. Just got to be better. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm not disappointed, but I'm appalled. I'm appalled that we won by 4. I'm not saying we were supposed to blow them out the water. That's not what I'm saying. But just the way we won. You
We
know
were
what I'm
looking for
saying? It's
something
not.
better than that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think anything's wrong with that though. I think it's a rightful disappointment because we thought this team would be a better unit overall. And here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe, and I told this to Ace earlier, I believe there's more talent in the room than it was last year. I believe there's more talent in the room than it was 2 years ago. The recruiting
Mm-hmm.
tells me that there's more talent in the room. There's more 4 stars, there's more 5 stars than we've ever had on campus here in a long time in South Carolina. There's more talent in the room. I feel like the coach staff is failing these guys right now. The coaching staff, I feel like, is failing these guys. Dowell Loggins is currently failing his offensive group. Or what I'm saying. Shane Beamer. I don't have any problems with Shane Beamer. I'm not a guy that wants Shane Beamer fired. But
Mm-hmm.
you are letting down the talent in that room. I think you do have legitimate talent. I think you've done a good job of recruiting and getting guys in the room, brother. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
put it all together though for these guys. I need the coaching staff to rise up to the occasion and put guys in position to be able to win. Like I mean, like the way. And again, it's one of those things where I mean, again, I talked about this earlier, where we know Beam is slow to make changes when it comes down to his coaching staff. He ain't gonna make a change in the middle of the year. So for everyone hollering about it, if Beam does that, then I would be very surprised if he makes a change. Dow Loggins, brother, if you gonna have all 12 weeks to get to coach his offense, it better get fixed soon,
Yeah.
or just get going. Either
Mm-hmm.
way, either one of the two. You got to either fix it or get it going. Make life easier for my freshman quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna bash a 19-year-old because I still believe in his talent and what he can do. I gotta believe in the coaching staff though, and say like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
are y'all putting him in the best position to win? I don't think 20
Mm-hmm.
plus carries is gonna be a winning recipe for Lenore Sellers in the SEC. That's not gonna get it done, and that's what it took against ODU. He will not make it through the season against
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky and LSU. He won't make it through these
Mm-hmm.
games. Protect
Mm-hmm.
him. Figure out how to make life easier for him. And again, he'll figure it out. That was his first start. He will figure it out. The
Right.
game speed probably was a bit much for him. He talked about, like I said, he talked about being timid, not necessarily not feeling free enough to just make plays. The more confident he gets, the better we can be. The offense legitimately feels like it's what's going to hold us back this year. The defense again with
Mm-hmm.
Clayton White and his group having consistency and guys being there for multiple seasons in his system, they seem to have it kind of rolling right now. The, of the two groups they have it rolling, they can still improve as well. Don't get it twisted. They play well, still could be better. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
just
Right.
gotta call that how I see it. Um,
Right.
but yeah, it's got to be better, dog. I think we just want better. I think Carolina fans deserve better. How faithful this fan base is, they deserve better than what they saw. And Beam knows it. I think Beam knew it immediately after the game because you look at his post game interview. He for sure knew that was not it. That was not it, and that's not acceptable. Happy with the win. Happy with a win. Much happier with the win than I am with the loss. But something's got they got to figure it out. They got to get it figured out.
They got to figure it out. It's just, I think too, and we can end it on this. I think this year is an exception because this year is a tough schedule. It's a tough schedule this year, but I feel like we're just, as fans, we just don't want to take it week by week anymore. The same way we would like describe these schedules with other teams, we kind of want to be there too. Where it's like we play certain teams, cakewalk, or not even a cakewalk, just an easy doable dub. Instead of just going,
you want to feel like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like now when we look at the schedule, Kentucky next week. That could be a, LSU after that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Akron. You know what I'm saying? That's doable. But then you got Ole Miss, you got Alabama, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? You got Vandy. We don't even know how Vandy gonna be this year.
And right now,
and I ain't really taking that away because you know what I'm saying. Right now,
Vandy look legitimate. Vandy has improved. That's the bottom line. Vanderbilt is not. They didn't look the same Vanderbilt that we've seen in previous seasons that you can just go in and walk over. You know what I'm saying? You will have to compete. You will have to compete.
I remember I said, Vandy wasn't even a team, but I mean, against Tech, bro, they killed it. They did that thing. Shout out to Vandy though, man.
Goodness. Hey, I will say this though about I'll say one more thing. Our quarterback rankings in the SEC that we talked about, a few weeks ago. Some of those guys that we talked about, they did kind of pop. Taylor Green, for example, he popped. You know what I'm saying? Pavia, like you said, at Vandy, played New Mexico State previously. He popped. You know what I'm saying? Graham Mertz struggled like how I thought. Grant Nussmeier struggled like how we thought. And the top guys were the top guys. So there's still some opportunity there. Right now, Lenoir's ranking looks pretty proper right now until he can get things figured out. So, it is what it is.
He's a freshman, man. He'll get right.
19 years old, redshirt freshman. He'll get it figured out.
Right.
Hey, look, man. That's all we got for y'all boys today on this week, the week one version of the Gym Dropper Sports Podcast. We will be a little bit more consistent with the scheduling for you guys until how these podcasts come out. You know what I'm saying? We will be with NFL season right around the corner. We're legitimately starting this weekend. We're gonna have a lot to talk about, dog. We may be doing 2-hour shows the way that might go, but dog, I ain't gonna sit here in front with y'all. It's gonna be a lot to talk about. But I'm Shanti Stewart. This is D'Angelo Stevenson. We are the Gym Dropper Sports Podcast, and we out.